fuel off. Probably should have done that up the hill. Oh well. This is a job I've been putting off ever since I got it in the mail. A la reed valve. The reason I'm not looking forward to doing this is because I know it's going to be shit. But we're going to do it anyway. Now, I don't know how much the old chest camera is going to be able to see, but we'll give it a go. Right. Ow. Hot things are hot. Where's my rag? Okay. Ow. Idiot. A little more. Alright, we're just going to leave that hanging off for now. There's not much in that gasket either, but it's come off in one piece at least, which makes the next step a little bit easier. Now, I did pull this all apart already, but I'm fairly confident it'll be all right. Now, I know this will run shit because I don't have a windowed piston. The plan is just to put it on and see, because I've never done this before. It's one thing to read about it on the internet, it's another thing to see it for yourself. Now, my plan is to window my own piston because I've got what, 4 or 5 spare pistons if I F it up. But really, if I do blow this motor, I'll just put the BT100 on here, considering it's wasting space on the Mark 5 anyway. You carefully. Now, my first thought had been, what if it doesn't fit? But that will fit perfectly. You probably can't see that in the camera, but it does. It lines up. It's fine. It'll be fine. The only thing I'm worried about is this shitty little gasket, but at least where it's important, there's good meat on there. You notice how gaskets always seem to blow out the top for some reason? Still can't figure that out. This would be easier to fit if the engine was off the bike. Look, I know the camera probably can't see shit at this point, but fuck. I've done this before, been too worried about what the camera can see and less about what I'm doing. Oh, you fucking dog. The gasket fell off. What was I just saying? Now, if I've got any newbie builders watching this thinking I'll give them an idea of what to do, the best advice I'll ever give is, if you're unsure of what's happening with your threads, it's going to sound stupid, but wind them in backwards. A half turn backwards will help the thread seat, and it will help to stop you from cross-threading, which in my case is what happened to the last motor that was on this bike. Why can I just see me tearing this gasket today? I could feel that wanting to thread my intake. Now, there's 3 gaskets here, 1, 2, and 3. And I'm quietly confident that at least one of them is going to break. Alright. I think we'll have it sticking out this side. I might, even looking at this now, thinking I might have to run a bit of tape around there, but we'll see how it fits. Now I want this to be firm but not over tight. This top corner I can see is going to be problematic. We'll see how it beds down. Honestly, we won't know until it runs. All right, I am just going to have to go and grab a new bit of fuel line. That's fairly pliable, that should do. That'll be good enough for now anyway. Oh. This tape is pretty terrible, except it's sticking to itself, which for purposes like this, it's just what I want. All right, fam, here goes nothing, eh? Oh. At least with the engine warm, it should fire straight up. I've got no idea what it's going to do, to be honest. Look, that is a little bit disappointing. I was expecting at least a coffin splatter. We'll add a little bit of choke and see how we go. All right. My feeling is just take it out on the street. It is extra hard to start in the backyard, because you're already 3/4 of the way down by the time it coughs. Alrighty. Couple things to note. First of all, we're running very, very hot. Probably can't see it on the camera, but there is definite heat waves coming off. There is an air leak, but I suspect it's coming through the cap here and not through the reed valve itself. So I'm going to strip all this back. I did notice that all this is loose, so that will cause a leak. A nuisance thing is I need to wind the idle screw in, but it's a bit harder now. I might be able to get the pliers in there and wind it up. But all in all, I'm really happy with that. It just worked. I couldn't start it down the yard, but the moment I took it out on the street, it fired right up, as we'll see. Exhaust gasket's leaking a little bit, but nothing to write home about. I'm inclined to add a bit more oil into here. I'm going to have to up the jet size in there, but I might even take the NT that I had on the BT 100 off, because that already has a higher jet. Now, classic Nick, I will burn myself. Now you see, this is exactly what I was talking about right here. It wasn't an air leak, but a stretched cable. All right, we'll take it for one more ride down the backyard, just to make sure that the idle stays reasonable. don't die. Quarter turn back. Now we can see the smoke coming off there. Yeah, I'll wing it. Right, we'll pack that up for now. Very, very, very happy with that. I'm going to have to bring my oil ratio up to compensate for that overheating, because oil equals lubrication and lubrication equals less heat. I might even consider dropping it back down to 25, but that wasn't nearly as terrible as I thought. A few teething issues with the throttle cable, but that's to be expected. Well, all in all, I'm really happy with the way that turned out. It was a lot easier than I was thinking as well. I thought it would just refuse to turn over, refuse to run. But no, that was great. A little bit sluggish at the low end, but up top, yeah, I was quite happy to cruise at full throttle. Now I am out of breath because I usually do get going up and down the yard. So yeah, if you've stuck with me through all this, cheers and thanks for coming along. Now, I know my channel's called Nick's Bikes, that is mostly what I do, but to be honest, I did start as a gaming channel, and I will from time to time, you know, upload some of the games I like playing. That's just me. It's my channel, it's what I like doing. It doesn't get nearly the views, but I'm not out here chasing views on YouTube. I'm just out here having fun and dying because I'm an unfit fat bastard. But yeah, and it's been a while since I've uploaded any bike content. Hopefully today's videos will tide you guys over. The truthful fact of the matter is I'm flat stinking stony broke. I just can't afford to maintain this hobby. If I can't fix it for free, it stays broke. And incidentally, that Mark 5 battery is still sitting up there, not charging. I'll leave it overnight, but I'm pretty sure that spells doom for the Mark 5. As for this reed valve, I've mentioned it a few times already, but the plan is to window the piston, and if I completely blow the engine up in the process, I've already thought about sticking that BT100 on this bike. With that 56 tooth sprocket, it will be a beast. So I do have plans to keep doing bike content in the future, but you will just have to bear with me because it won't be as thick and fast as it was in the beginning, just due to financial constraints, unfortunately, because YouTube doesn't pay the bills. Yeah, we'll see you next time.